Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. We're looking at Sunday, March 1st through to Saturday, March 7th. To let you guys know also, if you want to go to a specific reading, a specific part of the reading, I cover three areas. I look at general, I look at work, and I look at love. So for example, if you want to watch the whole reading, great. Just go ahead, dive in and watch the whole thing. But if you only want to watch a specific part of the reading, for example, if you just want to see what's happening in love for the week, all you simply need to do is go to the comment section. I've written down when the readings start. So if you want to see love, it might start, for example, if it starts at 15 minutes 30 seconds, you just look for love. It says it there. It says what time it starts. You click into that time and it will take you straight to that reading. All right. So I'm just telling you this because I don't want anyone to sit through the reading waiting for a specific part to come up. If you can just, click into the timing in the comment section and go straight to the area that you want to look at. Okay, so yeah, I'm not on the reading this week. I'm just showing you the cards this week, but I thought it would be really nice just to pop in, say hello, and just tell you about the timestamps and stuff, just to make sure that everybody knows when they can, they have the option to just go to a specific part of the reading if they so wish. Okay. That's it. I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy the reading. If you'd like to order a personal reading with me, guys, feel free to. My website link is in the comment section. It's also in the description box. Or you can just wait till the end of the reading and click into the link at the end of the reading. It'll take you straight through to the website. Enjoy the reading, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. This is March 1st through to March 7th, which is the Sunday. Saturday. March 1st, Sunday, which is today, obviously, and March 7th, Saturday. So for the reading, we're looking at your general, your work, and then your love reading. Remember, there are timestamps below if you want to jump to somewhere else in the reading, okay? For the general, we're going to use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Let's have a look first at your general reading then. Okay guys, so we've got the cards down. Let's have a look at what the messages are for you this week, Capricorn. So it's time to go inward with the Hermit. It's time to take a step back and just to spend a little bit of time on one's own. Some of you guys, it's a time for looking into a situation in greater detail because the Hermit is ruled by Virgo, and we know that Virgo is the great investigator. I mean, I certainly feel, but besides Scorpio, Virgos are renowned for wanting to know every single little detail of a situation here. That's why if you get it in a health reading, it could be an X-ray in a hospital. So it's a time this week, I think, either you're probably withdrawing anyway because your back is turned to this card. Let's have a look at what this is. Okay, so the Page of Cups. Okay, I personally feel that it's not withdrawing. I think that we could look at this two ways, Capricorn. If you're a really busy parent, for example, and your time is taking up with the children quite a bit, I think it's a good idea this week maybe just to get some you time, okay? It's not about turning your back on children, it's about just taking a little bit of time out for yourself. We know that being a parent is hard work, and sometimes we give everything to I don't have children, but I know that sometimes parents will give everything to their children, and sometimes they give no pampering or necessary time for themselves. So I think it's a really important week for Virgo, just really Capricorn, really kind of looking after yourself. And if you've got kids and if you've been really busy with the kids, just taking a bit of me time, or taking a bit of time out for yourself. The other thing to say is, because the Hermit represents insight and gaining insight, this is a good week for gaining insight into new endeavours. The Page of Cups, all pages are really new paths, but the Page of Cups in terms of a new path would be a new project, for example, a new creative project, that type of thing. It would be, a new opportunity would be the Page of Cups. So it's time to gain insight maybe into a new path or a new project that you're into, that type of thing. Let's have a look at this one. So yeah, it's, for me, this is definitely kind of like a new project, because with the Seven of Coins energy, this is about making money. With this Seven of Coins, if you look at what this is why I love the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. I've actually got another deck of this coming. I've got one spare deck because I cut this down and trimmed it, but I wanted to make sure I had backup. So I've got one backup, and I've just ordered another backup because it's going for £27 instead of 38 on Amazon. So I thought, you know, you might as well get another one at that price because it's cheaper and it's probably going to go back up again. 2 backup decks to this because I love this deck so much. It's definitely in my top 3 decks for sure, besides the Dark Mansion Tarot and the This Might Hurt Tarot. Those are my three favourite decks. They're just perfection. They're everything you want in a deck. If we look at this Seven of Coins, it's not so much that she's waiting for something to happen. She's more making a choice and she has very much in this deck, very much she's got control of her own destiny. So if you look on this card, and I'll hold it up a little bit further for you, can you see she already has her business? Can you see there? She makes cushions. And there's someone there who's trying to barter with her. So they're trying to offer her money for her services. But she needs to make a choice. Do I take the money for the services? She's obviously, you know, can you see the people behind? She obviously runs a market stall. So she says, you know, do I take the money for these services, or do I kind of barter for a better offer? So this is all about making a choice. And sometimes, you know, Seven of Coins can be about a job. You're reviewing an offer, a job offer. And I feel some of you guys need to get insight possibly on a new path. It's either a new project that could make you money, or it's a new job, for example, or it's, you know, the Page of Cups is the new, and the Seven of Coins can be the job, the new project, the new job, the new financial opportunity. So this week it's a week for kind of taking and do your research, because this is what the Hermit is. It's not just about withdrawing, Capricorn. He's a researcher. So do your research on a new opportunity to make money, or a new opportunity in a job, that type of thing. You've got to do your research. It's an important week to do that. We've got a Nine of Coins, so it's definitely a week for focusing on your money. All right, so do your research on a new opportunity. Okay, you're being offered something new. The money is there. Okay, but is it enough? Is it enough, for example, with the Nine of Coins energy to sustain your lifestyle, the way that you live? Is it going to give you the type of lifestyle that, especially if it's a business opportunity here, Capricorn, you really need to research and look into it. You can't, it's telling you this week, don't jump into things, research things, because the Nine of Coins energy is all about lifestyle. It's all about being comfortable and living a nice lifestyle. You can see here she's got fruit, good food. She's got a beautiful home. She's got money in her purse. She's sitting down in luxury. This is a card about living off the fruits of your labour. This is a card about being comfortable, being settled, being secure, personally secure. You know, if you're single especially, and you're living in your own place, Capricorn, and that type of thing, you know, and even if you are in a relationship, it's fine, because the Nine of Coins talks about being personally secure within that relationship. So, you know, are you personally secure within a relationship? Are you personally secure financially? What I'm trying to say is this is just about thinking about yourself. And this is saying, look, do your research, the Hermit, on a new prospect, a new opportunity here, new project. Okay, you're being offered some money here. You're being offered, you know, and also do your research on a new project. How much money are you going to make? Seven of Coins energy. Is this going to be enough to, you know, that you can live off? Is it going to be enough so you're going to be, it's all very well and good living off something, but are you comfortable? You know, all of those things. Weigh things up. You've got the Justice card. I really like this deck because it's very self-explanatory. Sometimes you can get stuck on the cards a little bit, but I like the way that the pictures, because I read visually as well as intuitively, and, you know, with the knowledge of the cards. So, as I was saying, you're doing tarot, learn your cards, learn the meaning. You'll never know everything about the tarot because there's just too many meanings. There's just far too many meanings. But as long as you know the general meanings of those cards, and you've got good intuitive skills, and you can, if you've got picture decks like I get, you can read those pictures, you're onto a winner often. Justice, weigh things up. Weigh up the pros and cons of whatever, because the two key cards on the top here are that Page of Cups and the Seven of Coins. This is the opportunity here. This is the new path. This is the new creative endeavour. You know, you need to review the money. How much money are you going to make from it? You can see somebody's buying her goods, so you need to review how much money am I going to make from this. Review it, Hermit. Is it going to be enough to sustain my lifestyle? I need to weigh up the pros and cons. Oh, Knight of Swords is in the reverse. You know, the Knight of Swords reverse is often explained in different ways. It depends on how you get it. Sometimes it can be somebody who is too reckless. And sometimes in the reverse it can mean to slow down. So for me this is saying slow down a little bit. Don't be so gung-ho, because the Hermit is very different to a Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords moves fast when he's in the upright. The Hermit will always move slow. The Knight of Swords often retreats when he's in the reverse. The Hermit in the reverse often comes out of his shell, you know. To me this looks like you need to retreat a little bit, slow down. Yeah, that's it, Two of Swords. Slow down. Don't be pushed into anything. You can see here the little kind of signs on the card. It's got final notice. It's like it's saying this is the last chance. But slow down. Don't be rushed into anything. Even if they're saying to you, even if it's an opportunity. For example, it may be that you come across an opportunity to set up a business. Maybe the business is an Amazon business or an eBay business or something like that. You know? And you say, oh, wow, let me look into this. This is a new project here. It's exciting. It's something that I could probably be quite creative in, but I need to review this. Is this going to make me money? Is this going to make me the type of money that I want? Is it going to make me the type of money that I can enjoy a really nice lifestyle, the lifestyle that I'm used to? I need to weigh up the pros and cons. I better not rush into anything. I mean, they're saying that the cut-off date is this date, but maybe I shouldn't rush into it. So he's saying don't rush. Even if you've got a cut-off date here, it's like, no, I'm not doing this. She's saying, no, I'm not doing it until I've done my research. I'm not doing it until I've done the research. What's the next card showing up here? Ooh, Four of Wands is in the reverse. I don't think this is a secure thing with the Four of Wands in the reverse. So I think you need to slow down and, you know, don't rush into anything here. Even if they say with the Two of Swords energy that this is the last chance. Don't rush into anything. You know, keep an open mind as well with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords can represent keeping an open mind with the Two of Swords. Look at your options with the Two of Swords energy. Because I feel with the Four of Wands in the reverse, this is not a particularly secure option, if I'm being honest with you. Nine of Wands, you could be struggling. You could be trying to make this type of money. Because remember, Cappies, you're reviewing. You're saying, okay, am I going to make this money? You know, this is why you're doing it. Do your research. It's a new opportunity, a new project. You need to review how much you can make. Is it going to ensure that you're secure for the future? The universe is saying, well, it's not really going to secure that you're going to be like, because this is a lack of security in the reverse, the Four of Wands. So this will not secure this Nine of Coins energy showing here. And you could be hobbling along for a long time, because the Nine of Wands means that you've been persevering and persevering and persevering on something. So you could literally be hobbling along for quite a while with that Nine of Wands. Yeah, look, see, can you see? Now, it's interesting. When you get the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Coins can mean that you get that the goal is achieved. It can, but only if it's got the pentacle in its hand. This card doesn't have a pentacle. This card shows something else about the Knight of Coins, which is why I have so many different decks, because they all show something different and you can learn something from every single different deck that you have, which is why I always advise anyway that when you do tarot, you start off with the one deck, but don't feel that you need to stick with 1, 2, 3 decks. Get 4, 5. You know, if you've got a good amount, like 10 decks, and they're good decks, you know, decks that really explain, you know, because you want to be able to see the characters in their different forms. And sometimes reading a book and kind of looking at the different versions or the different explanations for each card can be difficult to retain mentally. So for me, sometimes it's good to get a selection of decks that show the characters in different guises. This Knight of Coins is working hard. He's working slowly, he's working diligently. You can see he's got his J cloth out, he's got his cleaning stuff, and he is cleaning that car very, very carefully. He wants to make sure that every single part of the car is pristine, and he's not rushing the job. So this could take him, and these people behind him are laughing, and they're like, oh my God, on a Saturday, this person's doing that, how long is it going to take him? But he's not in a rush to do anything. It's going to take him a long time before he achieves the goal of getting that car perfect. So really you know, what it's trying to say is that this is not a secure, and it's not that it's not secure, it's just not secure in terms of what you want right now, okay? Because what you want right now, Cappies, if this resonates with you, is what you want is you want to be able to get that money quick. Because you're saying, right, I'm doing my research, I've got this new creative endeavour or this new endeavour come in, and I'm just reviewing whether it's going to make me the kind of cash that I want, the Seven of Coins energy, because I need to make sure that I'm secure. Maybe you want to leave your job and you want to make sure that this thing can earn you the same money as your job's been earning you, that type of thing. But the universe is saying, hold your horses. Knight of Swords reversed. You know, don't be forced into anything. Don't think that this is the last chance. You know, keep an open mind, the Two of Swords energy, and look at what your options are with the Two of Swords energy. Okay, resist Two of Swords energy doing this thing right now, because it's not a secure option with the Four of Wands energy showing you, and you could be trying for a long time to perfect whatever this thing is, because he's trying to perfect what he's doing. He's trying to perfect the look of the car. You know, that is why he's being so diligent and so careful. He's trying to perfect something here. It could take you a very, very long time to perfect, for example, a strategy or the way that you make the money, for example. For example, you go onto Amazon and they say, if you look at a lot of YouTube videos, Capricorn, you'll see that before it starts, you get adverts, right? I have adverts coming on mine. That's how we get paid from YouTube as well, with the advertising. I don't get paid much because I don't have enough views to get paid tons and tons and tons of money. Some people can earn thousands per month purely through the advertising. But what happens is that some of these advertisements, I always notice that they do things like, do you want to be a business advisor? Do you want to earn £400 an hour or dollars an hour? Do you want to set up your own Amazon business? I'm going to show you how you can become an Amazon millionaire within 12 months. But the thing with that type of thing is you've got to be able to perfect a particular strategy in order to earn that level of money, in order to earn the type of money that means that you don't have to work somewhere else and that you can work at home for yourself. Nine of Coins is also working for yourself, and you need to weigh up the pros and cons whether you can do this, because this thing that some of you guys want to go for, it is not going to secure that Nine of Coins right now. It's not going to secure it. It's not going to give you the secure living that you're looking for right now. And you're going to have to work very, very hard. And which is fine. If you've got the time to do that, then do it. If you're already in a job, then do it. If you're already in a job, then do it. If it's a side thing and you're going to do it, and you know you're doing it until you can actually work, you know, until you can actually run your own thing, then do it. But if you're thinking of changing from one thing, one job maybe, into running your own business, that type of thing, think about it very carefully, because it's not a secure means of, you know, of livelihood, because this is your livelihood here as well. It's not a secure means of livelihood because the Four of Wands is reversed, and you may be trying for a very, very, very long time to perfect a strategy that in the end earns you that level of money, the level of money that you need to, you know, to make sure that you're stable and secure. So weigh up the pros and cons of the situation and make sure that you're doing your research. Okay. We're going to come back with your work reading. Bear with me. Okay, guys, let's have a look at your work, Capricorn, for the week. Right, we've got the Two of Coins. I think that you guys are going to be... This is a week for balancing and trying to prioritise, because the Two of Coins, you can see she's got the two coins here, and they're in alignment. So this is a week for, when you get the Two of Coins in a work reading, often it's somebody who is trying to balance their responsibilities, and there is a need with this card to try and prioritise those responsibilities. Let's have a look here. We've got the Tower. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that I feel that some of the things that you've tried to put into, some of the work that you've tried to put into some form of a structure that you've tried to kind of put in, you've tried to put a plan together, I think, in terms of work. It may be thrown out this week with the Tower energy. So everything that you've got into alignment here. So for example, you have a lot of, I think this might have been going on maybe either for the last few weeks or it's been going on since last week, that some of you guys have, you know, you've got this kind of to-do list probably with that Two of Coins energy there. And I feel that you have, for some of you guys, said, right, this is my priority at work. I need to do this, 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 and this. And it's been kind of running like clockwork. But this week with the Tower, it may just kind of get completely thrown out with that Tower energy showing there. And with the Eight of Swords energy, it feels like, but then again, we could read this a different way as well. Now, the Eight of the Tower is a card that represents breaking free. So actually I'm going to read it completely different, because I felt before it might be that, but looking at the fact that we've got a Tower and then the Eight of Swords. Now this is somebody with the Eight of Swords who's very much kind of tied to the job. It's like a devil card in a way, the Eight of Swords is. So it's when you're tied to the job, it's when you're bound to your seat, it's when you're bound to, it's like you don't have a 9 to 5, you know, sorry, a 9, what's the word I'm looking for? A work-life balance. But the Tower could see you breaking free from that Eight of Swords if you try and... So this is definitely a week for prioritising. All right, this is definitely a week for prioritising. You could break free from that Eight of Swords. If you've been finding that work's been a little bit of a drudge, it's been a little bit kind of laborious, you found that your hands are tied, you're feeling powerless to make any changes, you've got a lot of projects on, a lot of things to do, you may find that this week's Capricorn, that you're able to break free from that energy there, because you're actually able to prioritise and get things more into sync, which is quite nice here, I think. The Four of Cups, though, there's an unhappiness and an apathy showing here. Boredom in the job with the Four of Cups energy. But this should be, I think with the, it depends on how you see temperance, you see. It depends on how you see temperance. You can either see it as a healing card. This doesn't smack to me of anything healing. It feels like it's ongoing, because it's making the figure of 8. I think it's called the Lemisat. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's like an infinity symbol, which means it's kind of forever and ever and ever. It's ongoing. So this apathy, though, is ongoing. So it's almost like there's this nagging feeling. Even though I feel that you're able to break free from something that's been chaining you in work, probably being able to align, maybe prioritise, finally get some form of structure going with that Two of Pentacles energy, I do feel that there is still an apathy and a boredom, and I think it's ongoing with the Temperance energy. I don't think it's being eased. I don't think it's being eased. I'm just seeing too much. I'm just seeing too much ongoing boredom here. It doesn't eliminate that boredom, even with the Temperance energy. It doesn't feel like it's eliminating it. Yes, it is a healing card. It is a card that balances itself out. But to me, with this being a Cup card, which is all about your feelings, and it's a feeling of boredom, and then you've got the Temperance card here where it talks about water, somebody who's trying to balance 2 cups so they're getting the correct measurement showing here. It's quite a drudge to do that on Temperance, so it just feels like this situation here keeps kind of it's almost like it's feeding into everything. It's almost like it's consistently feeding in and feeding in and feeding in, and it's an ongoing thing, I think, with this Temperance energy here. So whatever happens here, it doesn't eliminate the fact that some of you guys are thinking, actually, what am I doing here? I really want to get out, and it's just an ongoing thing. We've got the Fool energy, so some of you guys may be afraid to take a leap. Now, I love the Fool on this deck, and obviously, as I always say, I read visually as well, so I don't just read. Those cards look real lopsided to me. Sorry, just looked at them this light on the camera, it's like, man, they look lopsided. Right, that's better. So, if you look at this, and I love this version of the Fool, actually, I think it's really, really interesting. The fact that we've got this, usually on the Fool card, we've got this young boy jumping into space, taking a leap of faith, and he's kind of like, I'm not afraid, he's not even thinking of fear. It's a bit silly sometimes, the Fool card is, if you do that, because sometimes you can do silly things without thinking about it, which is what, but this Fool is thinking about it. They've dropped their rose, the classic thing that the Fool carries with it, I think. Yeah, I should really take more account of the symbology on the cards, especially the clothing. There's definitely the symbol of the rose, though, and this red thing here. And he's dropped it. She's dropped it because she wants to see how far the drop is. So for me, this is you guys kind of wanting to test the waters. You're kind of, and I think that more than anything, you're thinking to yourself, if I were to take a chance to get out of this, how far would the drop be? Would it be, would I survive or would I fail? So you're probably with the Fool card looking at your, whether you're going to survive or fail if you leave whatever this is. we've got the Three of Cups energy showing here. Celebration, chatter, the Three of Cups energy, joy, happiness, togetherness, groups. I do feel working within a group has become a little bit of a chore. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's become very burdensome, mentally very burdensome with that Ten of Wands energy. I think, and also I just feel with the Three of Cups energy, I don't know whether you're dealing with gossip or anything like that, but I feel that part of the reason why you're not happy with what you're doing for some of you Capricorns is maybe the people that you're working with. Now, on its own, the Three of Cups is not a bad card. It's about people that get along. But some of you guys may be feeling a real strain within a group. You know, really stressed out by a group of people, by the people that you work with. You've got this Knight of Cups energy showing here. All right, but there is an offer right behind you there with the Knight of Cups energy showing there. Queen of Cups energy. So you may have an offer coming, an invitation from a Queen of Cups energy. But read another way, look at what the Queen of Cups does. She's throwing out the water. Now on her face, she's like, I don't give a shit. But she's immersed by the water. She's immersed by her feelings. But she keeps feeding into her feelings. She's feeding into them. But emotionally wise, she's trying to just detach. She's kind of, it's really funny with the cup energy, because I often see cups as vessels. So cups can deliver things to us. Cups can give us things, we can give things back with a cup, you know. This feels like also throwing away an opportunity as well. I mean, there could be an invitation or an opportunity coming from another individual here, okay? There could be an offer of a new job from another, because this is the offer card here, and it could be coming from this Queen here, all right? Some of you guys are focusing as that Knight of Cups on a dream here, a dream of just casting out what you don't want, because the Knight of Cups is the dreamer, and the Queen of Cups, you can see she's casting out this thing. She's letting go. And it may be as well, if you think about it, that these two cards could easily link up together as well. If you look here, we've got the Fool looking down and she's saying, oh, shall I take the risk? So you're questioning yourself. Should I take a risk? You don't like the group that you work in. It's too stressful. Maybe there's lots of gossip that goes on. You're bored and the boredom seems to consistently go on and on and on. You're kind of fed up with the job, whatever it is. And it goes on and on and on and on. Despite being given some form of a some form of a pass this week, you're getting out of shit this week. You've been bound for a very long time, and with that Tower energy, it's a chance to free yourself from that energy showing there. The Two of Coins energy, maybe work is kind of balancing itself out. Or it could be that there's a chance to free yourself from a job that you don't like. Four of Cups energy. Alright, it's funny because we've got two of these infinity symbols showing here. So in fact, the Two of Coins could be the ongoing as well. The ongoing management, because this is managing as well. Alright. So if you look at the Two of Coins and the Outer Swords together as well, and it's surrounding that Tower, some of you guys are focusing on breaking free from a job that you're just kind of like, that you're feeling very stuck in, one that is, there's this never-ending drudgery of having to manage and keep things together with the Two of Coins as well. So that could be read like that as well. A lot of boredom here. It's ongoing with that Temperance energy there. It's just consistently ongoing. It never ends. But some of you guys are saying, should I take a risk here? All right. Should I just kind of release the feelings of fear? Because you're releasing a feeling here. The water is going in and it's submerging you as well. The feeling of fear is really creeping up. But you're saying, should I take a risk? Just, completely release this feeling of fear. All right. I'm feeling really stressed out by a group. So should I take a risk, release the feeling of fear and just kind of focus on my heart's desires? So some of you guys are focusing and saying, I'm really bored with this. Not only am I bored with the drudgery. So let's do this reading one more time for work. What am I seeing, Cappies? If it resonates with you. What I'm seeing is some of you guys, we'll start here, I think, very bored with the ongoing drudgery of the job. You seem to be feeling very tied to having to keep things going within the job. Maybe some of you guys work in management, that type of thing. But I think the focus is on breaking free and taking a risk this week. And you're saying, can I do it? Because not only are you bored with the job, you're probably feeling really stressed out by the people that you work with. And some of you guys are saying, can I do it? Can I take this risk though? Should I take this risk? How far is the drop? Will I sink? Will I fail, or will I fly? You know, and you're saying, I'm really considering taking the risk, but what I've got to do in order to take the risk is completely let go of these feelings that I have. Maybe that I'm going to fail, and, let go of the feelings of fear and just follow my heart. So this week is a week for really focusing on following your heart, because some of you guys are really afraid to do that. You're feeling if you do that, what's going to be the payoff? Is it going to go well? Is it going to go badly? Some of you guys are really afraid, but you really need to start kind of tapping into that intuition that's telling you that you really need to follow your heart. Let's have a look. We're going to use a deck here called the Divine Doors. Stunning deck. And we're going to choose a door for you. I don't know what's behind the door. So, Universe, what is the message that you have for Capricorn on this reading? Give them a door. Show me. I've got my ears closed and I don't know what the door is. Right, the door is this one. Let's turn it over. Patience. Wow. So everything... I can't even read that. Everything... Let me read it here. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Okay? So everything soon will come to light, and then you will see that everything will come to light. Okay? It's called the Patience card. And we're going to get a spiritual advice from the Angels of Abundance, and this one wants to come... See, did you see that flick out? It says employment change. There you go. It says your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. What an apt card. It's just what you needed, isn't it? Look at that. It's just flipped out in my hand. Amazing. Alright guys, I'm going to come back with your love reading. Bear with me. Okay, Capricorn, let's have a look at your love reading. What's it saying to us then? Right, you've got an Emperor around you. So this could be, if you're a woman, it's an older man, or it might be your husband, for example, or someone that you've been with for quite a while. It could also be a boss if it's in work. The Nine of Wands energy showing here. I'm seeing a very protective male, or it doesn't have to be a male. An Emperor can just be somebody who's very strong and very, they tend to assert themselves. I don't want to call them very controlling. I just see somebody here who's very protective, because the similarity between the Emperor and the Nine of Wands is they both want to protect their domains. So I'm seeing somebody around you this week who's very protective, showing here. The Queen of Wands energy. But that's not you, is it? I feel that somebody's hiding something then. The Nine of Wands can mean several things. One of the words that we get, if I'd got this maybe with a better card, like not another queen, for example, like your Capricorn, you should be showing up as a Queen of Coins, not the Queen of Wands. So that lets me know there's somebody else in the frame. Therefore, the Nine of Wands becomes hiding. Because when you get a Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands person, they're often seen as somebody who's guarding something. They may be guarding another individual here. So I'm seeing an Emperor around you guarding another individual, a Queen of Wands. It looks like somebody's doing something behind your back, personally. Sorry to say that. Two of Swords. I feel that things may be opened up here. Now, with this Two of Swords, you can see that the girl doesn't have the swords crossed against her heart. Sometimes when you get that card and the two swords are crossed, it means somebody's keeping things inside. They're not talking. This person may be telling you something this week or in the next few weeks. King of Pentacles. That's interesting. Sometimes this would be a decision, but it can't be a decision between this and this. Not unless you're the King of Pentacles and you show as being the King of Coins. I feel someone's been hiding someone here, because the Nine of Wands can be somebody who's very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Cautious and careful, and they're very, it's not a card that's renowned for its sneakiness, but the way that this person can stand on a card, especially the Rider-Waite, they're very, very, they're very on edge. Very on edge. They're looking very kind of pensive, like, what's going on? So this can definitely be a card that shows someone who's hiding stuff. I get the impression this person is hiding or very, you know, they're guarding, because it's a guard, guarding this person here. I'm seeing somebody around you who's guarding this person here. And that can only make me think that this is someone you've been seeing and they've been keeping this person a secret. They may be opening up about their position in the relationship. Five of Swords energy showing here. Five of Swords is hurt. Five of Swords is doubt. Five of Swords is abuse. Five of Swords is jealousy. Mind games. And the Six of Cups energy. I feel that this person plays mind games with that Five of Swords. I think that they're probably trying to seduce you. Six of Cups can be one of those cards when in a love reading, if it's aspected, and I don't think it's aspected very well with these cards. If it's aspected badly, the person's trying to seduce another individual. Do you see what I mean? Like, seducing you by saying, oh, do you want this, do you want that, do you want the other? I think they're playing mind games with you. I think they're trying to seduce. Six of Cups energy. The Seven of Cups, but I feel that this will come to light with the Seven of Cups. I think that you're not fazed by it. Seven of Cups in the reverse. This is not clouding you. This is not... When you get the Seven of Cups in the upright, somebody's trying to... This is a card that represents cloudiness. So smoke screens are the Seven of Cups energy. It's in the upright. So this can be a card about hiding as well. It's a smoke screen. But in the reverse, this is like something comes to light. I think what comes to light is that this person has been playing mind games and they've been trying to manipulate you. Six of Cups can also be the card of manipulation, especially as it's being aspected by that Five of Swords. So I'm seeing that what comes to light and what you suddenly, or you start to see, Capricorn, is that this person has been manipulating you, playing mind games and trying to seduce you. You know, they're playing mind games with you. You're seeing very, and I'm going to use the word manipulation now with the Six of Cups. This person's been trying to manipulate you and they're playing mind games. I think that's very clear for some of you guys this week. The Four of Wands energy. All right. I see you as being enticed here on that Four of Wands by the Star. Now, the Star can be an illusion as well. It's something that's beautiful. It's something that's out of reach. And I think that, you know, the Star can be gifts and things of beauty. And you're being, you know, I think that it becomes very clear that you've been seduced by the Star. So you've been seduced by something that looks really perfect and really bright. But now you suddenly realise, I think, Capricorn, with this card reversed, that this person's simply been playing mind games and they've just been trying to seduce you and play mind games. All right, because why they've done it is because they've been hiding that they've got someone else here, this Queen of Wands energy. And I feel with the Two of Swords being open, it becomes very apparent here. But what is that King of Coins? Now, the King of Coins, don't bitch on me for this, please, Cappies, because the King of Coins can be read as somebody who only has an earthly desire. It's just sex sometimes with the King of Coins. I'm going to clarify and ask what it means by that King of Coins, though. Let's have a look. I mean, this isn't you. I don't believe that this is you. I think that things become very apparent with the Two of Swords and that Seven of Cups in the reverse. Nonetheless, this person's been hiding that they're bisexual. Because this is hiding. Maybe this person's been hiding that they are bisexual. It's become apparent. Two of Swords energy, that they go for two directions, women and man. So this person could be bisexual as well. It's just a thought. Because you've got two swords. So they go two ways. Queen of Wands and the King of Coins. And some of you guys are working out that you have been seduced by a dream. You've really been seduced by a dream. But it's very apparent. And let me have a look what this dream was. We're going to call this the dream card. What was this dream? What was this dream that Capricorn had? You've been seduced by the dream. Can you see how whimsical these cards look? Being seduced by the dream. What was this dream that Capricorn had? Or the dream that was given to them? I'm using the Baba Studios Gothic, oh god, I can't remember what this is called, the Gothic Bohemian Tarot. It's really, so indie deck, it's really good. Seduced by a dream. The Sun. Of the Sun. Yeah. See, the Sun and the Lovers. Oh my goodness, this deck is everything. I tried to get the larger one because we've now got Bubba Studios in the UK. I think it used to just be in America or something, and you'd have had to pay, like, you know, custom charges. It's really pricey to get cards from America. I'd love to, but I've only got maybe a couple of decks from there, and each time to be really pricey. Albeit my family bought me one of those decks. But the Sun and the Lovers is a beautiful relationship. It's a perfect relationship. You were seduced by the dream that you and this person had the perfect relationship, you know. But even the Sun is illusionary in the way it is. It's all happy, happy, happy in the Lovers. You were seduced into that. But now it's become very apparent that this person was manipulating you and seducing you into thinking that. Because they've been guarding a secret, I think, here. I think they go for two people here. I think they went this way and this way. But then again, the two swords both point to this area here. But there's two swords. So this way and this way. What do you mean by the King of Coins? What do you mean by the Queen of Wands, Two of Swords and King of Coins? What do you mean by the... So the World. And the Page of Coins. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles would be a person, I think, younger. Coming out of his shell. This person's been coming out of their shell. Hermit reversed. Four of Wands, place where you go and meet up. So this person's been coming out of their shell in a place that you would go and meet up and, you know, go and have an event or something like that. I've never seen this combination before, the World and the Page of Coins. But the World is everything. I feel that this person's been experimenting or gaining knowledge from something new, because the World is too... It's a card about knowledge. It's a card about knowing everything. You know, it's a card about maturity and awareness. Great awareness. And the Page is something new. I think, I mean, I could be wrong. For some of you guys, it won't be the way. We'll read it in two ways. Because these could easily be two females or two males. It doesn't matter. But I feel that somebody that you've been seeing, possibly, for some of you guys, has been experimenting in different areas in love. That's what I'm getting here from this reading. All right, they've been experimenting in different ways, Capricorn. This Emperor has been guarding a very, very, very big secret, the Nine of Wands energy. It's to do with the Queen of Wands and the King of Coins, because they've been probably communicating to other people here. Male and female, male and male, two females, whatever. But I feel that they've been guarding a big secret here, and they've been communicating probably with two other people, because I think that this person has been gaining a great deal of knowledge from something new, from a new skill or a new... Because the Page of Coins would be a new skill or a new craft. So gaining knowledge, the world, from something new with that page. It seems to me that they come out of their shell with the Hermit reversed in a place where you would go to an event. So it feels like they've been kind of talking to maybe a couple of other people, and they've been going to a place where they can let their hair down and that type of thing, and they've not told you that they've been doing this. For you, this may be a week, this week or the following weeks coming in. It's a week of revelations and realisation. More than anything, it's a realisation here, Capricorn. Number one, that you have been seduced by a dream. That, can you see, I'm calling this Four of Wands seduction, because she's seducing this man through the mirror. So you have been seduced by this dream. And what is the dream? That you had the perfect relationship, the Sun and the Lovers. But the realization comes this week or in the next few weeks that actually this Emperor here, who's been guarding, that they've been talking to other people perhaps, allowing other people inside, as it were. You know, experimenting with something new, letting their hair down in places where you would go party and meet up with the Four of Wands. What comes to light for some of you guys is that this person has this seduction of the dream here about the perfect relationship you had with this person. This person simply did that because they were trying to, they were playing mind games here. And also with that 5 of Swords, they were trying to disarm you. Alright, because the 5 of Swords is also about disarmament. So it's when you see that you need to make sure that somebody is deaf, dumb and blind. So you bind them. So this person was trying to disarm you and seduce you into thinking that you had the perfect relationship, because all along they were doing something behind the scenes that they don't want you to know about. Very interesting reading. It doesn't resonate with everyone, of course it doesn't, but some of you it may do. Let's have a look at... you know, the person could be bisexual and not have told you, which is fine. You can do what you want. If you're gay, you're gay. If you're bisexual, you're bisexual. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Love is love. You only got one life. You've got to love what you love. But as long as you're not affecting other people by not telling other people the truth and what's going on, that would be wrong. And I think somebody's not told you stuff. I'm not saying the person is. I'm just saying that it looks like they're not telling you shit. Because even that's not you. It could have been you, but it's not. The way that it looks in the reading is that these are 2 completely different people from you. And this person's been cavorting with them, letting their hair down, learning new skills as well. Because this is learning. This is somebody who has gained with the world, with the Page of Coins, a new skill. And they're coming out of their comfort zone in a place where you can have, you know, let your hair down and have a good time. So they're learning all sorts of new things through these people. And I wouldn't be surprised, because it's love, if it's a sexual thing. Not being horrible. I wouldn't. So, you know, it's like one of those people, isn't it, that, you know... goes to some club, some dark, dingy club, and, I don't know, sleeps with rabbits or something and doesn't tell you. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an example. It's that type of thing. They're doing some, I think, personally, some dark, dingy acts sexually, and for some of you guys have not told you about it. It just looks that way. What is the advice that you have on this, on the love front? Just in general, just general advice for the week, please, for Capricorn. Says make the effort this week. This, I don't think, goes in with this reading at all. I think it's other things. So for those of you that the reading probably doesn't relate to, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Alright, that is your reading for the week, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you'd like your own personal reading, click on the link in the comments section or the end screen. Take care, my darlings. Love you. Bye.